I got a one's got to go for you. That's gonna be pretty easy.
Okay.
We're talking seasons.
Season.
We got summer, winter, fall, and spring. What's gotta go?
Spring.
Why?
Because everybody thinks of it wrong. Everybody's like, oh, it's the beginning of the summer. It's warming up and all of that stuff. But nobody thinks about the bad side. Melted snow and rain.
All the rain.
It's nothing but melted. It's just the wettest season of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Summer's hot. I get it. It's uncomfortable. It's unbearable at times. The humidity kills you. But what's more humid? Spring or summer?
But it doesn't get humid
Because it's not as hot. But the humidity is still there. The water vapors are in the air, and it's gross. That's when all of our dehumidifiers are working overtime. This is springtime. So you got that. It's when mold gets to growing and whatnot, too.
That's when everything starts growing.
Everything starts growing. That's when most people catch their allergies. Allergies are your worst in the spring. And again, just the snow, the melted snow and slush, and constant, and I mean constant rain. It never stops raining. So no, I think I'd get spring out of here. Winter's not that bad. I actually prefer winter. In a sense, because that's when crime goes down, because all the black people are hibernating. Everybody's off the road because nobody wants to drive, and I have a little bit of talent when it comes to driving in the wintertime. So I'm cool. Christmas and holidays and whatnot are in the wintertime.
There's a lot of holidays in winter.
Holiday season, baby. Summer's great. You're not getting rid of summer. And fall is the nice mix in between the two. Spring's you're only happy for spring so it can hurry up to summer. That's literally it. Spring is the only season where it never makes up its mind. It's the only one that's like, oh, it could be 40, 50 degrees. It could be 60, 70 degrees if it's just a weird one. It could sometimes just snow in spring if it's just feeling like it. It could do all the things in spring.
Yeah.
None of that happens in fall. So of the tweener seasons, fall is superior. Mm-hmm. Fall is a superior tweener season.
True.
So get spring up out of here.
Wow.
I'm thoroughly ready to get spring up out of here.
Well, my number one season is definitely going to be fall.
Right.
Love fall. Love Thanksgiving. I love Halloween.
Yes, we know.
Some of my favorite things in the whole wide world.
You only like Thanksgiving now because of me.
Yes. But yeah, winter's not that bad.
It's only bad in the cities, I feel like. I feel like country winter's different.
So in the country,
I feel like you don't have to deal with the negatives that we deal with, I should say. Like, you guys just clean up your roads when they need to be cleaned up, or you just don't bother, or you just don't drive. Like, we got the salt and the slush and all of that stuff, and people driving and spinning out of control consistently.
Yeah, no, there's none of that. The worst you'll get is like when it gets a little icy. Then the whole city shuts down.
Right.
Nobody goes anywhere. It's very hilly,
right,
and you don't want to be caught going down a hill in the ice.
Yeah, no, I get that. So you guys just like to hell with it. I'm just staying indoors.
We always said if the fat man goes outside and falls down in the ice, we aren't going anywhere. So
you just had a bunch of fat dudes slipping on purpose or something? Like, what's going on out there?
Yeah.
Oh my good grief, man. That was one of the most country things I've heard you say in a long time, and I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. The fat man slips. Stay indoors.
Yep, we stay at home. But yeah, everybody that knows me knows. Get rid of summer. I am tired of sunburning. Okay.
Look, man, just because you don't have SPF enough,
I get 100. I get SPF 100 sunscreen. I put it on every day.
Better put on the over 9,000. Get the Vegeta model.
That's crazy. No, I'm just so tired of getting sunburned. I'm so tired of it. Like I look crazy all the time. All the time. It's because it's summer and it's hot and it doesn't let up.
No, it's not that bad.
I hate being hot. It's the worst thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah. the heat doesn't get me. It's when it gets muggy like it is now. Like when it's just straight humid, it's the worst.
Yeah.
But straight heat, I don't mind. Like I can deal with the heat most of the time. Yeah. But once it starts getting a little muggy and there's no breeze, like all right, now I'm suffering. And this has been a humid year. Like this has been an unbearably humid summer. But when I get a decent breeze, a nice little fan, I'm straight. I'm straight for the most part. Yeah. So I can deal with the summer. I mean, I also got the melanin, so that also helps.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Like I said, I don't know what sunburn is, man. I've never felt it. I just absorb. It feels nice.
Terrible. It's awful.
I'm sorry.
It's a terrible thing. But no, there are some good things about summer, like, you know,
festivals.
Going to festivals. We usually go on vacations
around that time. Right, vacations in the summer are the best. I feel like vacationing in the wintertime must be horrendous, depending on where you're going.
We kind of did that once. We went to Florida. And it was like 80 degrees. And then we came back here and it was snowing.
It was snowing.
It was 30.
It was 30 degrees and snowing. And that wasn't even dead winter. That was what? Like March? Yeah, it was like March or April, I think. Yeah. And we were considering going in February.
Yeah.
That would have been so bad. Absolutely not.
So, yeah, no. Summer can get out of there. Spring I like just because everything's growing and everything's becoming new again. And
but it's wet.
It is wet. But there's life coming back into the world.
Squish.
Yes, I know it's squishy. Stay off of the squishy stuff.
It's all of it. It's all squishy. Everything is squishy in the spring. That's what they should call it. Change the name from spring to squish.
Squish. But yeah, winter's not bad either. It's just, you know, it's pretty cold. And I think we've had like those vortexes, like those are the most that I've been around that I've been alive.
Oh, like just extreme winters is what you're saying? Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. No, I mean winters have their moments, but even in the worst version of winter, like the winter vortex that we went through not too long ago, that was just like, all right, stay home. Turn on your heat, turn on your ovens, hope that it doesn't break. And when you live in environments like ours where it gets cold often, you're fine.
Like you're used to it,
yeah. So it's just more of a like minor preparation thing. I mean, no offense, but I'd rather deal with a winter vortex than a tornado because your house could just disappear one day.
Yeah, that's true.
And the worst part is like with tornadoes, like your house can disappear, but your neighbors will be fine. Like they're targeted and maybe racist. I don't know. Yeah. Like I feel like tornadoes are jerks. And I don't like them. They're jerks. They're honestly jerks. They just be hitting what they feel like hitting. They're like, man, I don't like you, so your house is gone. Your house is cool, but that guy's house, absolutely not. Knocking all of that down. I'm taking your cow, and I'm going to send it down the street.
I don't understand how...
And tornadoes are spring weather. Ha-ha! That's spring weather.
That is, yeah.
Get spring up out of here.
It's like late spring, early fall. They have both.
Yep.
I don't understand how people south don't have seasons. Like they just are hot all the time, and it's like a constant summer.
Yeah, I mean, they get their versions of seasons, so it's just colder.
Right.
But they don't get like winter time. No, we don't get vortexes and all that in the down south. Mississippi don't know nothing about the snow. And I could not have snow. So no, so that's mainly why I was like, and plus it don't feel like Christmas. I'm one of those kids where Christmas ain't Christmas unless it snows.
It hasn't snowed on Christmas in so long.
No, we got snow the day after Christmas last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
But it was nice though. It was a nice Christmas. It was like 70 degrees on Christmas. I'm like, you know what? I'm impartial. I could do a 70-degree Christmas, but I prefer snow on Christmas. I don't like shoveling it.
Yeah.
But I'm not impartial to it. There you go. Another reason to get rid of spring. Spring cleaning is so much worse than shoveling snow. Like the worst season for like extra activity is fall because you got leaves and stuff. And you got to pick up dead grass and do all the extra raking. Raking sucks. Raking's probably the worst outdoor chore. Cutting grass ain't that bad. A little bit of weed whacking, cutting grass. I can deal with all that. Trimming your bushes, tending your garden. Kind of chill. A lot of work. I'm not saying it's easy work, but it's worth it. But spring, you got to build all of that stuff. You got to lay out the grass and put out the seeds and the fertilizer and the little hay so the birds don't eat it all up. So much more work for very little. At least summertime, you got the work and the payoff all in the same rip. So no, absolutely not. Get spring up out of here. I'm thoroughly okay with getting spring up out of here.
Yeah, I'm saying get rid of summer.
Blasphemy. But it's okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments, and let's start the show.
Let's get the show going. Welcome back to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I happen to be FNBob, the host with the most, the FN host, the FN CEO of FN Entertainment. What else am I? The habitual line stepper.
Babito,
FN Babito to my Hispanic listeners. And just all around fun time person. With me as always is Kelly, who is not normally in the front, but she's always in the back. But she's always here, always okay, our FN engineer. She clicks all the buttons, the most important job. How you doing today?
I'm alive. It's a thing.
You better be.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm here. I'm here to solve a problem.
What's the problem?
I'm here to solve a problem that we've had and dispel a myth. I'm here to dispel myths. So, I've asked, and we've pleaded that we've gotten, a little more human interaction with our fan base. A little more back and forth. And somebody decided to go into the Wayback Machine, watch some old episodes, give us some critiques and whatnot. And they watched one of our episodes, the tier list episode, where I went through all of the Persona characters. And they looked at me, or they looked at the screen, and then they looked at the comment section, I should say, and they were like, you suck. Your tier list is garbage. And I'm like, you know what? Contrary to what most people believe, I can admit when I'm wrong. I only played Persona 3. And I didn't even finish Persona 3.
Blasphemy.
I know. But we're neither here nor there. I never finished Persona 3. Never played really Persona 4 that much. I dabbled. And then I was like, I'm done. I seen you play Persona 5. I'm not really the Persona guy here. So what I thought to do was to bring this back up when we had our residential Persona expert.
I am no expert.
But you've played.
I do like the games.
You finished them. You have finished these games.
Yes.
You have a connection with them. You are FN Entertainment's Persona expert. Which is terrible because I put you on Persona. I'm the one that introduced you to Persona. You didn't know nothing about the Persona. You didn't know nothing about putting a gun in your head and shooting it to summon demons or ripping off a mask. None of that.
Persona 5, you have an app on your phone and you have to say a special word.
I thought they just ripped off a mask and that's how they summoned them.
Well, okay, no. That's how you get into the palace.
To the dark world, right.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah.
App-based children, terrible. Either way, so I brought on our Persona expert, and she's going to go through the tier list. I'm just going to be the Bob funny guy for a little bit, because I get to take a break and being intelligent and actually having to defend my arguments all the time. Now it's Kelly's turn. She's gonna have to put her picks up and then defend them.
This is my opinion, and so if you disagree, it's fine. We can disagree. But
you're stupid.
Oh no! But this is just my opinion of the characters that I've played. But yeah.
Okay.
No hard feelings.
No hate.
No hate. Nothing like that. Just Come on now.
Chill.
Be cool, people.
It's the internet. Ain't nobody cool. Everybody's aggressive and hateful and spiteful. All right. Let's pull up the tier list.
So I'm more familiar with these characters.
All right.
But
So there's... Go ahead.
But we'll go faster with these ones since...
You actually know who you're looking at.
Yeah.
Now, there's only one small caveat with this one. It seems like a lot of characters, because there is a lot of characters, but these are nicely organized. We're doing Persona 3 and 3 Reloaded, because I feel like there's a difference in characters. Okay. So some characters were portrayed better, I feel like, in original Persona 3 versus Reloaded. But you tell me. You're the expert.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just run down the list, get it over with, and then bam, end the episode. Or no, commercial break.
Yukari, she's annoying, but B.
Damn. And that's what I caught flack for, because I called Yukari annoying. Oh, yeah. Now, this is Yukari Reloaded. You don't care either way, do you?
They're the same.
Okay. We're starting with Reloaded characters, by the way. These are all Reloaded characters.
Okay. So, Junpei, instant S tier.
Really?
Friend, funny guy. Good stuff.
Even Reloaded version?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish he was a little... Like, that part where he got a little jealous, I think they went a little overboard with.
Mm-hmm.
But
Still
he did get jealous in the other one, too. So.
Right.
Akihiko, we love.
C.
We love.
I love Akihiko. I hate Reload Akihiko.
Reload is... not getting S tier, but original is getting S tier. I can do that right now.
Okay.
S tier. Hold on.
You could have just waited. It's fine. You're like, no, I can't wait.
No.
S tier Persona 3 original Akihiko. I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Mitsuru.
Love her, but Reloaded is not the same.
Damn. B. Okay. Futaba.
Futaba is boring.
You don't like Futaba? Mm-mm. Okay. Agus.
I hate Agus. D.
Damn.
D.
Okay. The dog. I don't know his name.
What is it?
He's the dog.
Yeah, the dog character. In Reloaded, he finds you things.
More useful.
So that's a little more. He's a little more interactive. So, A.
That's cheating. It's just because you like dogs.
That's fine. Ken, also A. He has a way better story, and they actually get into it more here.
Gotcha.
What's his name? Shinjiro. Shinjiro has a way better story in Reloaded. Or they go into it a little more in Reloaded.
Okay.
Whatever her name is,
the 3-piece freaks.
The 3-piece freaks. Yeah, they all go to D. Especially the long
fake Jesus.
Ones. Yeah. Your dude in the dorms sucks. He's actually a villain.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
So
spoilers for me, I guess.
Yeah. We love Pharaoh. Is that Pharaoh?
I don't know.
No, this is Pharaoh. Pharaoh A.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's great.
I didn't even know he gets a name. He was just mysterious boy as far as I've made it.
Yeah. These are all extra characters.
These are extra characters.
This guy sucks because he's part of the council and he just wants to write everybody up.
Okay.
So we don't like that. This is your best friend.
I loved him.
He's great.
I don't know about Reload, but sure.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay.
He's really funny. What is that?
These are the two old people.
This?
Yes.
Why does he look like that?
Because that's how old people look.
So the two old people are really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go B. The sports kids.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if they have any. I mean, they have names,
They
but.
have names, but I'm trying to be fast.
Mm-hmm.
The sports kids get B. What is that?
No idea.
I don't know what that guy. This guy is part of one of the clubs, but he sucks. This one, she's really shy, but we like her. I tried to date her. She was really hesitant. The little kid.
She was at the shrine place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a really good story. This guy is French, so D.
Jeez, by default, just for being French, I like it.
These are villains, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So D. Oh, this is your
This is a mob boss, ain't
No, he's a monk.
he?
And he's the greatest because he's just like, what do you want, kid?
And
I love him.
all right.
This is the track star.
Okay.
He's pretty fun. Or no, that's the track star.
I was gonna say the other guy's a track guy, or your club guy. I don't know who this kid is.
I don't know who this is. Okay, so D.
Damn.
This guy just wants to eat all the time, which I can get behind. He's just fat. This guy is dying and depressed. See, I don't want that in my game. This one, she is unmemorable. So
I just remember her being a jerk to somebody or
right,
something.
yeah, she made someone die and
yeah, that's what it was.
And yeah,
I think she almost got Futaba killed.
yeah. So
yeah, that was her character. She was the one that almost got Futaba killed.
Yeah, so D.
Yeah,
changing it up. This your teacher. She's all right.
Teachers get higher remarks.
So A.
Another teacher, math teacher.
Another teacher. He's all right, but B. He's a little boring.
Another teacher.
This guy's boring as well, but he's more boring, so C. This guy talks about war.
He loves samurai.
Yeah, so he's good. He's A.
Okay.
This guy.
Our teacher?
Yeah. We are gonna do B because it was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Learning about the things. I don't remember.
I was gonna say you actually paid attention in class for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember these four. So.
Get that out of here.
And then we got this guy. He is really fun. C. The police officer, he's just like, I don't know what you're doing, but here's guns.
Yeah, he just supplied you with weapons, no questions asked. He could care less.
Discounted rate. B. Then you got the Velvet Room girl. She was fun because you went on dates and stuff together.
Right.
So A.
And then protagonist?
Yeah, protagonist. We got he's actually a little boring and reloaded, so A.
Gotcha.
But the original
protag?
Original gets S tier.
Nice. I just like his headphones. That's all I really cared about.
I didn't put Junpei. Junpei is
This
S
is
tier.
This is original Junpei.
Yeah, original.
So you're okay with both Junpeis?
Yeah.
All right.
And that is the list of Persona 3.
Doing all the other ones?
Wow, let's see.
I thought you were going to compare and contrast each version of the Reload, like Reloader versus original. You're like, I don't care.
I mean, they're basically the same to me, I think.
Okay. So all of them, so you're saying all the other ones match pretty perfectly?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the protagonist girl who, she kind of does the same thing.
Right.
She's only on the
Persona 3 Portable.
Right,
PSP, baby.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's the list.
You're like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah. We don't need him.
So the only major change that you really put up there, at least between two characters, was the protagonist and Akihiko. Mm-hmm. And you're like, everybody else still matches. All right. I feel like Junpei deserves to be lower. At least Reload Junpei. I hate Reload Junpei.
Reload Junpei just had more emotions in his life. And it was like, okay, it's fine that you have, you want to be the leader or whatever, but, man, you can't be mad at a guy that you voted in to be the guy.
Right.
So.
I mean, I think that's just part of his character base. But
and then he has a big turnaround, so everything's fine.
Okay. Well, that's cool then. All right. Commercial then? Yep. You're tired of talking?
Yeah, very much so.
All right. We'll see you after these commercial breaks, and then we'll continue with the FNBob Nonsense Podcast Show thing. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm still Bob. That's still Kelly, and we still got more tier lists to go through because you asked for it, you get them because you wanted them. All right. So now that we got Persona out the way with the Persona expert, I felt like it was about time for Final Fantasy to get its shine on this show again.
And we have a Final Fantasy expert here.
Expert, yes. I will agree. I will agree that I know my stuff. Mm-hmm. I know my stuff quite well. So let's get right into it, man. Make it simple and sweet. Look at that. We're doing Remake and Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Okay.
Because I feel like these two games right now are getting a lot of flack for no reason. Because everybody's like, well, the original's better. The original's so much better. So, no. These games are good. Shut up. We're all having fun. If you're not having fun, don't play the game. That's all you have to do. Just not play the game.
Seems simple.
It's super simple. So I'm just gonna go through the remake characters because I feel like obviously all the remake characters are a little bit different. And yeah. So let's do it. Bam. So let's start off with everything's glitching. Here we go. All right, Madam M. Madam M, dope character. You enjoyed her a little bit. So who don't like hand massages? Who don't like hand massages? S tier character.
Touch.
With an extra touch. If you got the cheap one, you were in for a treat. That's all I'm saying. Johnny. It doesn't matter if it's remake, rebirth, or OG. Books, movies, Johnny's that guy, man. If you don't like Johnny, kick rocks. Johnny is one of the greatest characters that has ever graced the Final Fantasy collection. Johnny is dope. Chocobo Sam. Now, we're still talking remake right now. Remake Chocobo Sam, I didn't like much. He seemed really dry. His only redeeming quality was the side mission that you get when, like, he just kind of was like, why don't you go spread your wings, Cloud, and hang around debauchery a little bit and have some fun. It's like, get out of here.
Okay.
Remake Cloud.
Oh, boy.
Remake Cloud is
That's
dope.
your boy.
That's my boy. I love me some Cloud. Very dope. Very dope character. The only thing that I held against Remake Cloud was I didn't like his voice acting versus I can't remember his name now.
The one on the soap opera.
The soap opera guy, Burton. Yeah. I think his last name is Burton. He's great. This guy's not bad either though. Mm-hmm. But again, the way he's portrayed, I just would have preferred a different voice. But the guy who does portray him, solid character, definitely does. And again, we're only talking remake. Does really great with the mind glitching and going back and forth.
The little funny moments.
The funny moments are solid, especially in remake when he opening bombing mission. He does the backflip. Yep. Jumps up and Jesse's like, "Oh, smooth moves," and he throws a little sheepish smile. I love that. It's really good. It's really good. Scarlet. As much as he's a villain, great villain. Solid fucking villain.
We didn't get the slapper yet.
No, but because of remake, since we're only talking remake, DLC, baby. Ooh. DLC with her versus Yuffie, solid. Ooh. Solid character, very hateable character. Okay. Very, very hateable character.
If you didn't catch on, in the original one, on the PlayStation, you get to slap that.
Slap fight.
So,
but that wouldn't be till disc 3. And we haven't even made it there. Even in Rebirth, we haven't made it there yet.
Yeah.
So that's still a ways to go.
So fingers crossed that we get
that We're getting a slapping scene. We're getting a slapping scene. It's okay. Reeve. Mr. Tuesti. I do like the fact that they call him Mr. Tuesti for some odd reason, but it's Reeve. We all know Reeve, aka Cat Sith, before he becomes Cat Sith. Since we only deal with Reeve as Reeve, C tier. Right. He hasn't become a good character yet. He's
agree.
Just a whiny baby. Who cares? All right, my boy Zach.
But in this one, they don't really...
remake, he's only in one scene.
Yeah, they don't go.
And damn it, it's a great scene. Okay, it's A tier status. Okay. For the simple fact that when they show him, I was just like, what the fuck is he doing in this game? He has no need to be in this game right now. What the hell? That was the biggest. I don't know. Let me make sure I put the camera back on me real quick for 2 seconds. I need everybody to really soak in what is going on here. Zach showing up in remake was the biggest what the fuck is going on moment in the entire goddamn everything. Yep. That was the biggest. It's like, wait a minute. What? Why is he here? What are we showing him for? Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. And then to show him not die when he's supposed to die. Excuse me, what? To have the moment of Zack and Cloud walking past another Cloud and Aerith, what? That was the beginning of everybody going, what the fuck is this game? All questions were open in that moment. There was a lot of moments of questionings being opened here and there, but that was the big, oh, this ain't just a one-to-one remake. This is some weird shit. Yeah. Zack showing up was the beginning of all hell breaking loose. Yeah. So Zack gets A tier only because he didn't do much. And I hate his voice actor. I hate his voice actor with a passion. It's so bad. Compared to Puppy Zack, to my boy, the Puppy Zack, not the same. Not the same, but it's okay. All right. Where's my mouse? Reno. Reno's always cool.
Love Reno.
I love Reno. Again, not a big fan of his new voice actor, but does the job well. Super cool. Love me some Reno.
Are you going to do, since you just did Reno?
Yeah, we can do Rude back to back. Reno and Rude. I've always loved Rude more than I love Reno. That's my nigga. Yeah. No offense.
I think I like Reno more, but Rude is really cool.
He's really cool, but again, I'm only speaking in terms of where they are in the plot of the game. Mm-hmm. Now, holistically, you're not touching Rude. Holistically, Rude is the guy. Rude is the guy through and through. Yeah. If you look at original game, where he literally says that he likes Tifa more than everybody else, we know that for a fact in remake, because when he was getting ready to shoot, Reno was getting ready to kill Tifa. Rude was like, nah, we ain't killing Tifa, not my bitch.
Dang.
And then the fight between him, Rude, Aerith, and Cloud was solid. Because that was still when he was on a protection mission, so he would never really hurt Aerith. But he would knock her, put her to sleep, knock her out, stuff like that. So it was great storytelling and fighting. Rude solid, but they shown him really well in this game. The extra piercings were a little weird around his ears, I thought, but I mean, who cares? Getting his glasses broken for the umpteenth time, also hilarious.
It's funny.
All right. Straight up to the top. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Biggs? I don't know what they were smoking when they made Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge over this time.
They made them so
the
different.
Best characters in the game. I'm not even waiting. All of them go straight to the top. Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge are fucking nuts in this game. They're all lovable characters. Every last one. Jesse is 100% my new favorite female character. I can't scroll. Why can't I scroll? Come on, scroll with me. Help me out. Jesus.
Yeah, in original game when Wedge,
Jesse and Biggs died.
Yeah, you don't really feel it like that.
No.
But this one made you feel
Oh no, I was almost in tears, and Cloud ruined the moment. You owe me a pizza. Shut up, Cloud. Just shut up, you idiot.
Yep.
But no, Jessie dying was nuts. Getting the kiss from Jessie, doing the whole Jessie mission, going to see her dad.
Her backstory in general.
Her backstory is nuts. I'm like, this was not in the original. No. And if it wasn't original, they glossed over it way too hard. Way too hard. Yeah. All of them are lovable characters. I'm sure they
just kind of like had the poster or whatever.
No, because you didn't go see her room or nothing like that. Like, I didn't even know they had a place to live. They had no real detail in their backstory. Yeah. So, no, making them lovable characters, actually lovable characters impressive. Fucking impressive. I love Biggs and Wedge and Jesse. Those are my guys now.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's where we get into blasphemous territory. I hate Aerith. She can go to D tier. Like she's
waiting for this, bro.
I mean, especially remake. I didn't care at all about Aerith. I'm like, Aerith can get out of here. Rufus or President Shinra, not Rufus. President Shinra, even as a villain, solid villain. He did everything he was expected to do. He was very pompous, very agitative, very. I wanted him to die. I love the moment between him and Barrett. When he pulled the pistol out, when he pulled the blicky out on Barrett.
I lost all color in my face. It was crazy.
That was crazy. I wasn't expecting it. It was a whole big turn of events. Yeah. Like, man was just on the edge of death and still was like, I'm going to pop this man. I'm going to pop him for even thinking about letting me die. Yeah. So shout out to Shinra. Shout out to President Shinra.
You want to do Rufus?
Rufus right away? Let's do Rufus. Rufus in Remake was solid. I put him up at A. I liked him because he came in, he did what he was supposed to do. He was nice and mysterious as he should have been at that point, but not super memorable yet because he didn't have much screen time. He literally showed up at the end of the game. All right, Red 13. At this point, love me Red. I loved me some Red. So he's going up to B. He wasn't great, but he was solid because he wasn't playable yet. So you just got some of the moments I expected out of Red that early, late in the game. Tifa. At this point, still didn't mind Tifa. She was a solid character. A tier. A tier Tifa in Remake. Because her fighting ability, the way that they designed her fighting skills in the game was crazy. Super crazy. Loved playing as Tifa. Oh my God, I can't remember his name right now. Leslie. Yeah. Leslie was ruined for me because I'm a fan of Final Fantasy. I knew Leslie's story before anybody else did. Everybody was like, who's this new dude? And I'm like, God damn it, I know his whole story because I read the books. Leslie's a dope character. I love how they portrayed him in the game. Was not expecting him to be in the game. Solid character. Super solid character. Since he's already there, let's just go ahead and get this chick out the way. I can't remember her name either.
Is it Sir?
Oh my God, what is her name? Who cares?
Yeah, that.
The thieving bitch. C tier. Not important. Never will be important. Important in the books, though. In books, slightly important. All right, so everybody's hated character. I didn't mind him much, but again, nobody likes this kid. He's the
Chansley or something?
Chandley. Is it Chandley? Chadley is how you say it. It's a stupid name. I didn't mind Chadley. He's okay. Not my favorite character. People hate Chadley. I didn't hate him. I thought he was cool. He had his moments. You know, he seemed always kind of chipper. He wasn't annoying yet, but solid character. Third class. Soldier. Speed Demon.
You're putting him in A?
I'm putting him in A.
Why?
I'm putting him in A because he's a great character. He showed up on the right level. Yeah. Perfect level for him to show up. Early motorcycle scene and motorcycle combat was crazy. To have a separate boss fight with him just a little bit after, even better. The Speed Demon himself, super cool character. Annoying, obviously. They played him up really theater-like. I get it, and that's why people didn't like him. But it was the first time you really got to see a soldier that wasn't generic.
Yeah.
He had personality. It really showed the strength of what a soldier was. So it was like, all right, I like how they really set up his dynamic. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but for the people who've played the remake knows who he is. Speed Demon, third class soldier, super, super cool character. I actually kind of want his action figure as well. I do want his action figure. All right.
You better choose right with this one. There you go.
S tier.
Yep.
S tier, man. Why would you not put the Don anywhere lower than S tier? The Don Corneo is one of the greatest characters in Final Fantasy lexicon in general. Scummy, gross, weird.
They made him
They made him perfectly. Everything you thought he was supposed to be like, they enhanced and made him that. Then you get Mark Hamill, who's a great voice actor. I hate him personally, but great actor, great voice actor. say what you want about the man. The man knows how to portray a character. Mark Hamill did his thing with Don Corneo. He was gross. He was weird. I hated his guts, as you're supposed to. You're supposed to hate his guts.
They did the scene great with intimidating
him was beautiful. I don't like that it wasn't as smooth. So I loved original when they went through the like, tell us or I'll smash them, I'll rip them off. I like how they just kind of like nonchalantly put their foot on the bed. But they made it a little more intense and ridiculous, but that's fine. The whole scene was ridiculous. Everything about that game is ridiculous. And the Don is the Don. I love it. I loved every minute of the Don. My boy Biggity Barrett.
Biggity Barrett.
Straight up to the top. Barrett is the guy. He's my G now. I did not like Barrett. I had no love for Barrett. And Remake made me love Barrett. Remake made me really start enjoying Barrett. He's just got better over time. Like, the subtlety of Barrett is what makes me like him.
Yeah, I was really worried they were going to pull, like, straight up Mr. T and just run with that.
Yeah.
And it was like, yes, he's a big, strong black guy, but it's not Mr. T.
He's not Mr. T. We all made fun of him because of the haircut. That's all it was back in the day. We all joked and said Barrett was Mr. T. We knew. Yeah. He looked like him. But no, they made him a big, tough character. They made him silly still. I love the silliness that they still add to him. The fact that every 5 minutes, he was like, we got to work on our fanfare, our theme song for one of these fights. I love that about him. He was all about the showmanship, which also leads into Rebirth, which I'll get to later. But no, Barrett, somehow they made me love Barrett as a character. Barrett was not my favorite character back in the day, and they made me love Barrett. Yeah. The only other thing that made me love Barrett more than Remake was Final Fantasy Abridged. That's it. Original Barrett, not my favorite. Abridged and Remake Barrett, killed it. Hojo. See, they made him gross. I don't know why they made him gross. He is supposed to be slimy, but not gross. Like, I don't like looking at his face.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, they just made him too gross. He's supposed to be like a mad scientist, and they made him a sweat. And I'm like, don't make him sweaty. I don't like his look. Oh my God. What is his name? Adon? Oh my fucking God, what is his name?
The honeybee guy.
The honeybee guy. Jesus Christ. Starts with an A. You dance with him. I didn't like him at first because I was like, why are they just adding random gay dudes in this game? He's not gay. He's just really
eccentric. He's
really eccentric. But I grew to like him. He's just a funny dude. He's a funny, cool dude. Heidegger. A tier. Love him as I love him as a bad guy. Yeah. I also hate that that's Jake's voice. That bothers me every time I think about it. Baking pancakes, that's Heidegger. How did they do that? I don't know. That's crazy. Great voice acting. He's a pompous jackass as he's supposed to be. He's in your face. He's loud. Perfect. He's stern, serious, and whatnot. Every line that he gave was on point. It's what I wanted. Palmer. C. He wasn't important. He wasn't important yet. But, I mean, he was the first one to see Sephiroth. He flipped out like he was supposed to. Cool. All right. What the hell is this guy's name? I'm blanking on names right now. He goes to B. Song. Song is B tier. Only because of the flashback. The flashback ruined Song. Because they flashed back to younger Tifa, or younger Aerith at one point, and he still had his long hair. He did not have long hair. He had a short hair and a ponytail. That's the only thing I disliked about Song. And he just didn't get a lot of dialogue yet. So it wasn't Song on point. Remake Sephiroth is a badass. I need to scoot him to the very front. Remake Sephiroth is crazy, and that's when we started learning that Sephiroth is now omnipotent. And that's crazy, and he's already a devastating villain. Now you make him all-knowing. It's really strange and weird, and that's scary to me.
Yeah. Someone that was already unbeatable is now even
more unbeatable. And it's just like, the only reason why I would make him a little bit lesser is because for some reason you were able to fight and beat him way too early in the game. And I feel like he shouldn't have been beatable, but that's fine. The character-wise, done well. Lines are delivered well. Not the scariest Sephiroth in the world, but not a poorly done Sephiroth either. So, in any iteration, Sephiroth is going to be fucking S tier.
You didn't have anybody in F?
No. The only one that was close was Tifa. I mean, Aerith could have went to F. Matter of fact, fuck it. Aerith is going F. I don't like Aerith. I just don't like Aerith at all. She's annoying. She's super annoying. She wasn't even fun to play as a fighting character. Just annoying. Just get her out of here. Shut up. I could, like, every time I play Remake, I was like, I can't wait till she dies. All right, now we're moving right along. Let's scroll over. Now we're doing all the same stuff, but in Rebirth territory. Part 2 of the Remake series. Let's start with Aerith right away.
I didn't watch this one as much as
Well, I only played it through once. 1.5. All right. Rebirth. Rebirth Aerith, a little better. I'll put her in C. Rebirth Aerith, still annoying, still kind of lame, but they boosted up her fighting ability. So she's actually kind of fun to play with as a fighting character. Okay. So I actually, like, when I started doing like tournament modes and stuff like that, she was always in my list. So great fighting character, just not my favorite character. I hate that they put him up so early. Barrett was immaculate in Rebirth. This was his pinnacle. He damn near became my favorite character. He was so close to being my favorite character at that point. His backstory got enhanced. The sadness that he had on his face when he went back to Mount Corral, when he had to throw on the glasses, and he was really stern at that point. Before he was just kind of like, it's what it is, and we kind of just went through the town. He didn't want to talk to nobody. He didn't want to deal with nobody. He threw his sunglasses on immediately. That's when people started realizing Barrett and the sunglasses was a thing. Mm-hmm. Whenever he got kind of in his own head and he didn't want to deal with shit, he threw on the sunglasses. But when he felt, more open and receptive and wanted to be around people, his glasses came off. So, Barrett, 100% in S tier. Barrett is that guy now. 100% that guy. Kate Sith. I don't hate him as a character. Don't get me wrong. But he ain't that great of a character either. C tier. Cloud in Remake. In Rebirth. What the fuck did they do to my boy? He became so much better. His fighting style was lessened. So playing as him, but then again, the addition of team up attacks and all this thing, still fun to play with. But now taking those, I'm screwed up in the head moments with him and Sephiroth. Oh my God, and that so Gongaga scene when he flipped. Oh, cinematic perfection. Mm-hmm. Cinematic perfection. It's great. When he started murdering soldiers, I lost it. Yeah. When they went to the Temple of the Agents and they were having all these heartfelt moments, and everybody was talking about the things that they experienced and all that. And Cloud just said, "Are we done here?" And the most like dismissive voice that he could have possibly had it. Yeah. And it was just like, dude's not himself right now. Give this man a Snickers. He needs it. It's crazy, but it was all portrayed really well. I think him and Tifa. Let's do this now so I can get this out the way. Tifa's F tier now. Remake Tifa pissed me off. I hate Remake Tifa because she knows too much and won't correct my boy. My boy's slipping. Yeah. And she makes everything about herself. Yeah. Conceited. Such a conceited bitch. I hate Remake Tifa. I hate everything about Remake Tifa. She can kick rocks. The dialogue between her and my boy Cloud was just like, bitch, tell him something. Please enlighten him that he's not well. And you didn't, so fuck you. Now we can start calling him Nanaki. Nanaki is now C tier. Fun to play with, but that voice change really bothered me. Everybody's like, well, the voice change was always supposed to be a thing. And I feel like, yes. So he might have reverted a little bit and he was putting on a facade. But they made him a child, not a teenager. I feel like they could have made him a teenager and not a child. It was too childlike. He was too giddy sometimes. It wasn't the Red that I know. And again, still breaks canon to a certain degree, where Advent Children, he still was deep voice. Dirge of Cerberus, which I know a lot of people didn't play, he still had a deep voice. It's like the dude was serious at some points. He wasn't always just a child. Like, calm down. Yuffie. I wish they had her a remake and Rebirth. I'm just going to say A tier. Solid character, solid fight style. Goddamn, I love her. I love her. Great character. Funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Funny as hell. I think you caught the scene where she was just like Gongaga as well, where she was just laying on the couch and she started humming her theme song, but then made lyrics up about it. And I was like, that's cute and cool, and I love her for doing that. She's really in your face as she's supposed to be. All of her dialogue is hiding like it's supposed to be. I love it. Everything about Remake and Rebirth Yuffie is just perfect. Zangan can go fuck himself. I never liked Zangan any damn way. I know Zangan was everybody's. That's not Zangan. It's Bugenhagen. I'm sorry. Bugenhagen can go fuck himself. The first thing I said, and you were there when I said it, was "Shut up, old man." When we got to talking with him consistently, he's just a douchebag, and I don't feel like he was a douchebag always. And it seemed like they really heightened the douchebaggery of just like silly children. You know nothing of the world. It's like, shut the fuck up, old man. You haven't left the mountains, you goofy bitch. So get him out of here. Remake Biggs. A tier. I wanted him to be S tier. No, actually, still S tier. He is still S tier. Great character, great dialogue. Was definitely hyping up the timeline shifting between them two because that Biggs knew Cloud as the badass Cloud, where Zach was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Cloud's been in a coma for like the last 6 months. Right. So, but still a cool character, wanted to start up Avalanche again on his own, went to go blow up a reactor by himself. The man was still headstrong. And that's when you really, shown the fact that he was taking care of the kids. Instead of, we all thought it was just Aerith taking care of the kids, but it was Biggs the whole damn time. Biggs is such a great guy. Such a solid guy. The Chocobo kids. D tier. D and C tier. I love that they gave him a little more character, but they're still NPCs. Let's be realistic. I don't care how much you really heighten them. Sid. D tier. Simple reason. He's supposed to be a 35-year-old curmudgeon, and he was not. I wanted smoking, drink your goddamn tea ass Sid, and this was not my Sid. I feel like everybody was like, not my president when it came to Trump. That's not my Sid. That's not my Sid. Where's the grouchy curmudgeon with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, pours some goddamn tea, goddamn Sarah, I hate everybody. Where's the curmudgeon? He wasn't a curmudgeon. Damn it. Pissed me off. Cloud's mom just made me tear up. A tier just for making me tear up. She was such a good mom. She's just such a good mom. She just wanted all the best for her kid. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but the owner of Gold Saucer, B tier. Cool character, super muscular, kind of gross. Rebirth, Don Corneo, D tier.
Well, why?
Because he didn't need to be there, for one. He wasn't a necessary character. He really didn't have dialogue. I don't think that was Mark Hamill anymore. It was just like a throwaway extra character, so he shouldn't even have been there. Oh my God. Dino. Or Dine, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dine.
Dino's the other guy. Dine, phenomenal. Him and Barrett, their story, all the heartstrings, sir. If you didn't tear up a little bit, you didn't get choked up a little bit playing that scene, you're a fucking heathen, and I can't respect you. That man went nuts. He went nuts. And they had such a moment. And when Barrett had to off his best friend, was one of the saddest moments in the goddamn game. And if you didn't tear up a little bit, fuck you. Fuck you.
You want to do
Marlene?
Mm-hmm.
Let's add Marlene up there. Marlene didn't get much dialogue, but A tier character, because we know we all love Marlene. I mean, who doesn't love Marlene a little bit? Fucking Elena sucks. She just sucks. She's supposed to be annoying, but she's a little too goddamn annoying. Like, you suck. All right. Aerith's mom, A tier. Solid mom, solid character. Still was super concerned about the kids, as she should be. What's there not to like about her mom? The Chocobo racing bitch, who gives a shit? Still not an important character. She just shows up and goes away. I don't remember her name. I don't know if she got a name, but she was a commander in the Shinra army. She's the one that commands you when you do the costume. I was gonna say costume, but when you infiltrate the Shinra army to go into the parade, she was your commanding officer. She was actually quite well done. Like it was one of those things where I was looking to hate her because I'm just like, why would they just stick like why would they make a commander slightly important when she wasn't? They weren't important, but solid written character. I kind of liked her. Rebirth, Reno, and Rude, B tier. They were not bad characters, but they just weren't important. in this part of the game. I think you only really dealt with him at the very end, and it felt like a throwaway fight. So just more so because they were throwaways. All right, Gus. Was not expecting Gus to be fun. Gus was kind of cool. He was eccentric as fuck, but kind of cool eccentric. He had a whole theme song and everything. Like when you met him in the original game, he was just like, yeah, all you got to do is just go race a chocobo and you can get the fuck out of here. Now they made a whole big spectacle out of him. He had a theme song. He came out and was dancing and shit. It was ridiculous. I didn't even know I thought he was a black dude, but he's just some random tan dude in a green suit. It's pretty cool. Heidegger, still dope. Heidegger's always dope. Heidegger goes back up to A again. How do you just not love Heidegger? Super cool character. Jessie was just a flashback character, and she was a hologram character, and still gets to be an A tier. She wasn't important, but they snuck her in the game, and I just fucking love Jessie, man. I just wish they gave her more screen time. The Chocobo Jockey rival. Who gives a shit? F tier. Again, I get he needed to be there, but it's just, again, another throwaway character, but I'm glad that they didn't ruin him. Again, Johnny, S tier. Like, what are we talking? What are we talking about here? And then he gets to do fucking shadow clone jutsus, and it was 1,000 Johnnies. This is crazy talk, man. How are we not just ecstatic for Johnnies? More Johnny. You literally got more Johnny. The Mogs are ugly as fuck.
Yes,
I will admit that. Weird. That is the ugliest version of a Mog I've ever seen. The fuck's a Moogle? That's not a Moogle. That thing's ugly and they're annoying. I hate the Moogles. Matter of fact, down here. They're too ugly to even go that high. Again, Palmer. No one gives a shit about. Fake ass Kiki Palmer. Kind of cool character. Friends with Yuffie. She's the one who fucking hangs out with the dolphin.
Oh yeah.
She's cool. Hojo, a little bit better, a little less gross. Now we can move him up to B tier. He was less gross this time. Rufus, super cool, a little less gross, so a little less mysterious, but only B tier because now they're trying to tie in Ever Crisis, and his whole back and forth from Ever Crisis is just too much. All right, this is goddamn confusing. Scarlet, same thing. Shut up. Rebirth Sephiroth, nutsos. Obviously S tier. The fuck is that? Oh, that's the guy that you hang out with in fucking Costa del Sol. He was cool. I like him, and he was he was like the challenger guy, and Gold Saucer who like broke all the fucking records and shit on all the games. He was cool.
Vince McMahon.
He's B tier. Not an important character. I hated doing those missions and playing all those games again to beat his scores. His scores were ridiculously hard to beat. But he was a fun-loving guy. And he was just dancing around all of Gold Saucer. So I was like, all right, cool. I fucks with you. Song, now we can move up a little bit. Song and Rebirth, much cooler. A tier, though. Much better character. Vincent. I'm talking introduction of introductions. They did him well. To start him off as a boss fight is nuts, crazy, still kind of mysterious, still kind of a jerk. Love the interaction between him and Cloud when Barrett said that we don't need two aloof guys. And Cloud was like, me? Just like, yeah, no, you and Vincent are both aloof jackasses. No, I love Vincent. Done very well. Biggs obviously gets to go back up with the rest of his compadres. Come on, slide them up here. They're all back over here. Wait, where's Wedge? I put him up because he got more screen time. That's all it was. Or Biggs, I'm sorry. Rebirth Zach. Now that I had time to deal with him, super solid character once again. Actually got to fight as him. Still working on the side missions so I can actually unlock him as a playable character because you can actually just do missions with him and shit. Haven't made it that far. Solid. Love the boss fight at the end where him and Cloud get to fight together. Stupid cool. Again, every time Zach shows up, it's always a big what the fuck moment. This man is literally... Let me describe Zach for all of those who never played Remake or Final Fantasy in general. Zach is the reasonable human being in a world of what the fuck. And when he shows up, what the fuck follows. I don't understand how it works, but damn it, Zach keeps showing up so more what the fuck happens. That's all I'm saying. Zach is surrounded by what the fuck and he's just normal. And then Zangan. again, who gives a shit? You can go down here and be. You can be just higher than Tifa because fuck Tifa. How about that? And that's my tier list, everybody. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's how it's done, though. You ask for it, you get it. An hour and a half podcast so you can hear the great tier list of the Bobos. And plus, I don't get to do a lot of fucking Final Fantasy talk on here. And I doubled up for you. I doubled up. Rebirth and remake. And gave you explanations of why characters developed and regress. And fuck Tifa. I just want everybody to remember I don't like Tifa. Yes. I didn't like Aerith, and then she grew on me, and then Tifa went down. But again, my favorite game of all time. I'm probably gonna go play for a little bit once I'm done with this and editing and whatnot. On that note, now that you've gotten 4 tier lists, you've gotten 4 tier lists. Congratulations. See, this is what happens when you ask. Ask and you shall receive. If there's something you actually, said like somebody didn't ask for this. If there's anything else you want to see us do, comment below, like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you want. We are happy to provide. On that note, make sure you go on the website, www.fnentertainment.com. Check us out. Listen to us on Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon. Am I missing something? Google Podcasts? Alexa? You look tired.
It's all on the website. Go on the website, listen on there.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
More shorts. More shorts on your way. Weird post. Thankfully, Kelly's killing it on the Instagram. Some of that stuff is hilarious. I want to say some of all of that stuff is hilarious. And on that note, that's been another episode. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Have fun. Enjoy this episode. Watch it again. Goodbye.